Hey, what's happening? Get one, SirJames coming at you guys with another video. In today's video, I'm here to pretty much do a quick discussion recap of Microsoft's E3's press conference of 2017. And there's one thing that I always look forward to the most is, of course, the whole E3 event to kind of see what all these companies have to offer, what are some of the new IPs that have yet to be announced, release dates for other upcoming games, and so much more. And of course, another personal favorites of mine is, of course, seeing the fanboy wars go on and watch people rage at each other. But there's one thing that we all care about, it's the games. What's coming out, what can we get our hands on, and how broke are we going to be by the end of the year. So one thing I do want to say before we get this started is that Microsoft's press conference, I will say that this year is probably one of the best ones that I've seen in a really long time. I mean, Microsoft nailed it. I don't think Sony has anything as big as what Microsoft just had of right now, especially because there's like no new console or anything coming from Sony's side. But again, Microsoft's press conference this year was fantastic. It's like a complete 180 back when they first introduced the Xbox One. You know how they had all these features that a lot of people hated and it was getting a lot of backlash. But this year, I mean, a new console, features, and they focused on the games, something that people have been craving for, and personally they deliver. They've been listening to a lot of their fans and they nailed it this time around. So let's go ahead and start with the most important one and the obvious one out of the way is, of course, the new system. How much is it? What's its official name? When is it coming out? And what do I think? So the official name of their console, which has been known as Project Scorpio at the time, its official name is called Xbox One X. A very simple and plain name, nothing too crazy. And here is an image of what the system looks like. Again, it has an overall pretty plain design, but it's also going with the nice small console form factor, which is pretty neat. I was kind of hoping, even when I saw the image, I thought it would have been pretty cool if they had like a big X on it to kind of, you know, cater towards the original Xbox. I think would have been nice, especially having the name Xbox One X, just having an X on it or something like that. I think would have been a nice touch, maybe as a special edition later on, or when they do like an anniversary edition, you know, something like that. But the console will be out in time for the holidays. We're releasing on November 7th is its official release date, and the pricing, my prediction before the press conference was 400 max, 300, which like it would have been the lowest and just kind of crazy, but would have been a surprise. But its official price is $499, so $500 for this device, which makes sense because it's been advertised as the most powerful console today. Obviously much more powerful compared to Sony's console. I mean, the PlayStation 4 Pro is not really a big upgrade for the PS4, but this one's, you know, promising true 4K gaming for console gamers. Another big promotion that they kept going on about is 60 frames, because the original Xbox, even S models, lack trying to achieve the 60 frames. So instead of being called the Xbox 720 as the original Xbox should have been, now we have Xbox 4K 60 frames. So again, pretty good, pretty solid coming from Microsoft's end. So hopefully that turns out really well. As for me, is it something that I'm going to buy on launch? I don't really know yet, because there's a lot of games coming out this year, and I still don't know what games are coming out through Sony, especially for this year as well for release dates. So if I do get the console, it may be until next year, but who really knows? Maybe I might get lucky. We'll just have to kind of wait and see. But yeah, it's definitely going to be very interesting, and I'm sure a lot of people will be happy. Now, the other question is, do you need a 4K television to take full advantage of it? The answer is no, even if you're still running at 1080p, which is what I'm still running yet, and even with the PS4 Pro, because there's some games that do look good in 4K. But anyways, even if you're still rocking 1080p, the games will look a lot better in 1080p because there's some extra features. Just watch the press conference, the beginning portion. They quickly explain that. So what was announced? What were some of the games, features, and stuff like that? So some of the games that was announced was Metro, a new Metro game. It looked very good. I knew it was Metro ever since I saw the beginning of it, because I saw the gas mask. I was like, that's got to be Metro. And I was like, yep, it is. Super excited for that one. That's actually coming out in 2018, so it's something that we have to wait for. Another one that I was super excited for because it's been rumored for quite a long time, and it's a series that I miss because I'm a huge Assassin's Creed fan, but we're finally getting a new Assassin's Creed this year called Assassin's Creed Origins, and it's coming out on October 27th of this year. It looks amazing. They definitely changed it up quite a bit. There's RPG elements in there, all sorts like leveling systems. So I mean, it's a complete change around from what we're used to playing, which I think is really nice because a lot of people have been saying, "Oh, Assassin's Creed is the same thing each year, just a new location." But it looks like they're doing a different direction. I think it's going to turn out great. Can't wait to get my hands on it. I highly recommend you guys watch the pre-alpha gameplay footage that they've shown. They also shown the Darwin projects. Another one is Minecraft 4K. They always seem to showcase Minecraft. For me, I'm not a big fan of Minecraft, to be honest, but I know there's a lot of people that like it. But I have seen the creativity that a lot of people have when creating these custom levels or their own little mini games. So if you're into Minecraft, they do have a 4K Minecraft coming out. This one I'm super excited for. It's called Dragon Ball Fighter Z. The Dragon Ball Z Xenoverse games, I never got into that one or two, but this one seems more of a classic arcade fighting style game. This one looked absolutely amazing. Highly recommend you guys see a trailer. I'll put a link or maybe some snippets of gameplay on here. The other one is a MMO, which I was not aware of this MMO. I'm always looking for MMOs to play, but this one is called Black Desert, coming to the Xbox as well. But if you're on PC, apparently that's on Steam. It came out early this year. It's only $10. I just bought it, so I'm going to download it and play it and let you guys know what I think of it. The other one is The Last Light, which is like this pixel type of game. It looked really cool. Then we have the Artful Escape. Then we have Code Vein, which actually looks pretty cool. That one doesn't come out, unfortunately, until 2018. But I like that one. It seemed to have like an anime style. Kind of remind me of like a Namco type game. The other one is Sea of Thieves. They actually showcased that one once again. I didn't catch if it had a release date or not because a lot of the stuff was going by too fast and I'm a slow writer. But Sea of Thieves, they showed more gameplay for. They showed different aspects of a bit of treasure hunting, some of the enemies that you get to face, and they show kind of like a PvP section where another threat on the seas came on board, and of course they took care of the threat and whatnot, and of course showing the dangers of also treasure hunting as well. But again, a lot of cool little features there. Another one, when I saw this one come up on screen, I thought it was a Conker's Bad Fur Day. I was like, oh my gosh, it's Conker's. We can't wait for that one. But when the character showed up on screen, it was actually Super Lucky Tail. So there's that one. Cuphead, which we thought was a game that was pretty much been delayed for so long that we thought it was canceled, like Scalebound was. But that one actually has a September 18th release. It just like a quick little screen that says, an important announcement, September 18th is the release date. That is all. Again, very simple, straight to the point. This one, Crackdown 3, I thought this game was delayed, or I mean not delayed, but I thought this one was canceled for sure. But Crackdown 3 not only got a new trailer, but it's actually coming out this year on November 7th, the same release date as the Xbox One X. It's actually being advertised or promoted along with that game. So is that one. Arsham, I think that's the name of the game. They showed another Ubisoft game called Life is Strange Before the Storm. Then we have Middle-earth Shadow of War. Of course, we know that one's coming out on multiple systems, but I'm super excited for Middle-earth Shadow of War. They actually showcase a little bit more of the Nemesis system, and of course, kind of showcase other aspects. But they had like this one ogre type dude or org named Bruce. This guy was like down to earth. I'll put a snippet of gameplay here.
You serve the bright Lord now.
Bright Lord, Dark Lord, same thing really. End results me ripping spines out, which I like to do anyway, so either way's a win.
A fine addition to our army.
Name's Bruce. From here on out, I will be your shadow. No one gets to you without my say-so.
Don't worry about my enemies. They will all follow eventually.
You want to plant your flag in Mordor, you'll need to do it deep. There's a fortress nearby. They say it's ruled by a two-headed troll big as a mountain and deadly smart, which, well, I guess he'd have to be given the two heads. You take him down, you'll send a message to Sauron and get yourself some nice new digs as part of the bargain.
I'm not going to do this alone. Gather your troops.
Will do. Oh, just make sure you let me pop his heads off, won't ya?
His dialogue, the way he talks, it was a pretty chill dude. It's like, when I get this game, I want to find that guy. I want to have him in my army. Because that's, I mean, again, he was a chill dude. He was great. Gameplay mechanics look awesome. Of course, we have a lot of new combat features as well. So that's going to be really interesting. And of course, some new races and classes that we get to see and new abilities. The other one is Forza 7, which was like the very first game that they showcased. You know, they promoted 4K 60 frames for the Xbox One X. Deep Rock Galactic, State of Decay 2, which is coming out in 2018. So if you're a big fan of that one, I'm sure this one is going to look great for you guys. I'm not really too much in the State of Decay. I never got into the first one, so not so much into the second one. There's a new Ori game, which is that game that has that really lovely artistic feel to it. I can't wait for that one. And then Atheum, I believe is the name of the game. It's something that is showcased at the end of the conference. Looked pretty cool. And of course, the other big announcement, which is why I have the original Xbox box here, is they, as you guys know, there is the backwards compatibility, the fact that you could put a 360 disc into your Xbox One, download a file, and boom, you could play your 360 games on your Xbox One. But the fans, including myself, have been wanting more, which is what would have been cool if they add original Xbox, and that is what they promoted, backwards compatibility on the new Xbox Ones with the original Xbox games. So they didn't really go too much information on that one. They did showcase a game that a lot of fans been asking for. I can't remember the name on top of my head, but they're going to go into more detail later on within the year. But hopefully we could take our actual discs and put it into our systems and to have them work correctly. So if that's the case, great, because this eBay haul that I'm going to be doing for you guys, which actually this is a sneak peek right here, but I mean, even though I'm doing this major eBay haul that's dedicated towards the original Xbox, look, I just gave you guys a spoiler right there if you've been watching towards the end of this video. But that's a cool feature, so hopefully you get like Knights of the Old Republic 1 and 2, maybe Star Wars Republic Commando, other unique games that a lot of people enjoy or cater towards. But again, that was a very cool announcement from Microsoft. But like I said, that was pretty much their conference. Again, very solid, very good job for Microsoft. Again, I have no idea what Sony's got planned, but I don't think Sony could top what Microsoft just did right now. I mean, it was a hell of a lot better than EA's cringy press conference for sure, and awkward moments, especially with that Jesse guy. But again, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. What games were showcased that caught your attention? Let me know in the comment section down below. Until then, I'll see you guys next time. And of course, next time I'll be on camera is discussing Sony's press conference and then kind of go from there. But until then, I'll see you guys later.